guess fine. Sunlight isn't truly a carry anyway, right? Like, I mean, he is.
He is, but he isn't.
He is, but he isn't. He's kind of playing anything.
No
And
fun.
We've seen many teams actually make this work. Like have 3 offlaners or 3 semi-cores on mid, offlane and safe lane. I'm not sure. Maybe that's something the DogChamp could actually incorporate in their next games. Just play 3 semi-core kind of lineups.
Yeah.
Don't go for a hard carry on Sunlight. Like maybe that would be better. He's more natural anyway on these playmaking heroes.
Have to point out as well, Bloody Knight and Russell both said have fun, have fun. Moose said no fun.
No fun allowed for Moose.
No. I mean, he was pretty dominant on that Hoodwink last game around.
Some people just hate fun.
Yeah.
That's fine as well.
Still remember Moose, the first time I really recognized him was back at the Singapore Major, I believe it was, when Thunder Predator went on a massive run. And
Oh, did he play for TP back then?
yeah, I was calling
it
him
was
Chad
him.
Moose. He was just popping off that major.
Well, there you go. I'm talking about 3 semi-cores. and you
Oh,
mentioned-
look at that. Lovely shot. Won't matter, though.
Yep.
Kind of hyped it up for no reason, I guess. I thought they'd rush in and do something, but it was a nice shot.
It was nice. Some blocks happening. By the way, this Clockwork set, he's a chunky boy. Big chunky boy.
Yeah, you pointed that out earlier. Like he's been doing some chest. This guy is.
Look at that.
That's a big piece of armor. My goodness.
Some World of Warcraft level. But I don't know what level they have anymore.
Again, listen, we don't talk about those games.
We
all
don't,
right?
we don't mention other games.
Not from that company.
Oh, okay.
Screw them. I mean, they're having problems now anyway. You know, they've
Sure.
interesting beta testing going on right now for sure. Anyway,
I've heard.
Yeah, mid lane. Pango versus Storm matchup. RC1, the Storm, Red 2. Going to be playing the Pango this time around. I believe last time I spoke to you about this matchup, you said it was a boring lane. Did you?
I mean, kinda, in which Storm has definitely the potential to go off. Do you disagree?
I mean, I don't disagree, Lizard. I feel like you might be right on that one.
It might be correct. Just might.
We'll see.
We'll see.
Top lane, DNM's taking a hell of a lot of damage. Shards out on Flea. Still DNM going for the razors. Might have enough damage. Flea gonna fairy fire. Oh no. Flea on the pos 4 secures first blood against the position 1 of 5RAT. And DNM admits he just got outplayed.
He did.
Those level 1 razors just kind of baiting him.
The sticks, the fairy fire. Easy game for Flea.
Easy indeed. Sunlight, of course, in the DP, just casually just farming this whole time. Could not care less what's going on at this top lane.
Well, he doesn't have to because Flea is literally owning it on his own. Dodging another raise.
Oh, I've seen this one before. Flea's going to move in.
I mean, there's no way. Yeah, this
Alright.
time around he pays the price.
Does go down. What about the bottom lane? Speed and Moo's going to be up against, of course, Russell. And you are going to have Bloody Nine there. There was a lot of doubts about this last pick, Naga. Like, Jimmy Russell, I mean, you know, you switch the pos one around a little bit. You know, you give him those micro heroes. And obviously, last game around was a pretty rough affair for the man on the Beastmaster.
Yeah, I guess it's more about that, right? Like him playing the carry more so than him playing the Naga.
Right.
I think this lane overall is solid for the Naga. It's not too bad. Like you're playing into a Lycan. Overall, he should find his farm. In total, it's a good Naga game.
What makes it a good Naga game, Lizard?
Well, there are no great counters for him. That's all, really. Let's not say that it's a great Naga game in which he's gonna dominate with his team. He has great setups for the sleep. He doesn't. Like the sleep doesn't really set up a lot here. But then again, at least there's nothing that destroys your illusions very fast. There are no heroes that you have to worry about too much. SF perhaps, if he goes for the same build that we saw today. But besides that, you are the ultimate carry in the game.
Okay. You do need time, though, is this Naga
As
Sara.
always, right? Yeah.
That's the thing, right? Like, Speed's got this another kind of rat hero on the Lycan, another zoo hero, I want to say. And You know, he does love these kind of heroes. I mean, I've watched quite a few of his YouTube videos, the old Game Leap guides, and he's a big fan of the old Zooey and Ratty kind of heroes.
He's that kind of a guy then, yeah?
Yeah. Very, very dirty kind of man. See what he can do. I mean, last game around in the Broodmother, he made life living hell for the side of DogChamp. The Lycan can kind of do the same thing. Maybe not as map dominant, but can be quite scary. See if he can have a repeat performance here for himself. Might need to as well, considering you just mentioned the fact that it is a very good Naga game. You do want someone to set that tempo early on, and speed on the Lycan certainly could do so.
Yeah, you have the Pango as well, right? Like a little bit of the Lycan, a little bit of Pango rotations here and there, helping out. You can definitely set up the pace of the whole game. Do they have a ways of dealing with the Lycan very well? Not necessarily. Like Storm can catch him, but that's about it. Five Rats kind of doing the same thing that we've seen in the first series. Rotating in just before Storm 6 stop.
DNM gonna be chased down. Shard's gonna block the way. Sunlight thought about continuing to chase, but does back off. DNM not very safe at this top lane, that's for sure.
Yep. Like, it's always like that. Whenever there's a 4 that gets on top of your bottom lane, Hoodwink.
Yeah, Moose should just be dead here. Russell will show up. Does have the ensnare up very early on. And ensure that they do secure the kill there on the Naga. Well, that's happy days for him. That'll be the first kill of the game already for Russell. Definitely a very different kind of game already as top lane. DNM still being chased down. But Giants doing a fantastic job of just holding them back. So DNM will be able to survive for another day.
He's a true bodyguard on this top lane. And that's what you want to do, right? Like, you just want to protect this SF until he's like level 5. And then it's kind of too scary to dive him. Storm.
I'll see why. He's got the zip available. He'll just hold out and go for the power rune. It does manage to pick up a nice invis for himself. Go for a bit of a reset.
Yeah, well, nah, he won't rotate, right? Like, he just goes and farms. Giant, Boris.
He's going to go down here. DNM trying to get active, but again, just can't really do too much because every time he gets close, they just turn around and just go after him.
Yeah. Well, Giant was a little bit out of position as well. And SF was farming under the tower, so he couldn't really help. Easy pickings for the Monkey and DP that are literally just hunting them on top lane.
3-2 so far. Very slight net worth lead the way of DogChamp. Great game for RCY as well. 41-7 in terms of CS. Storm is a very different hero to the Bat Rider, obviously. You can kind of just carry the game as a Storm if you do need to.
You can roll out of control for sure. You can't really carry this game, I feel like, because you have the Naga. The space on the map will just not be big enough for both of you. One of you needs to playmake, and Storm is obviously more natural at that.
Yeah, absolutely. A quiet period across the map here. It's like Flea has left the top lane. He'll rotate mid now. It's a classic pos 4 Monkey King play. Like, you're gonna find something to do across the map with this kind of hero. Like, it's find a way to be useful, is the way I like to put it.
Usually it's like just being a spy, playing behind enemy lines, right?
Oh, Rolling Thunder is committed.
Sometimes feeding as well works.
Yeah, he's on the high ground though.
Yeah, he's fine.
That classic little spot.
Red 2 unlucky when it comes to the runes.
Certainly is. Moose gonna go down here as DogChamp, able to pick him off once again. Does at least deny the arcane route away, and RCY, he has no mana. Nice body blocks from 9.
Swashbuckle though.
Oh, it's not gonna connect. RCY still probably gonna tie. So he just try to survive through it. Tips out for Red 2, but here comes the cavalry. Red needs to find a way out of this one, and we'll just swashbuckle back down to the low ground. He'll be all right.
Really nicely done from him.
Certainly was. In the meantime, Giant, he will go down to the top lane. Sunlight and Flea able to pick off the pos 5 Tusk.
Exorcism has been committed, but SF is coming back. He wants to defend this.
Flea's waiting, though.
Yeah, you. He saw the monkey. Yeah, I don't know about this, boys. I better go make some stacks instead.
And that he will. Exo gonna run out anyway. But, you know, you can start slowly chipping away at that top tier 1 tower. Not too hard. You look down in the bot lane, though. Red 2 and Moose have smoked up.
Yeah,
Russell.
They want Russell.
Oh, they definitely want Russell. Moose. Bushwhack's gonna land. Red, he'll close the gap. With the Rolling Thunder, you should have enough control. He does have the pig stick, though. Still speed. We'll go for the chase. They need some form of stun. Russell. Oh, he does get stunned up by the Centaur.
Yeah, in the end, he does fall. No Song of the Siren on him. Level 7. Understandable. You want to be as greedy as possible, right? Like,
Yeah.
it definitely does boost your farming speed.
Pretty darn standard. Not leveling up that song. But it's a pretty big pick off there onto the Naga Siren, and that's going to allow Speed to open up the map a little bit by taking this bottom tier 1. They do glyph it up and drag it out a little bit more, but eventually they should be able to get that done. Jimmy Russell is going to TP back down bot, though, to try and defend. There's 10-minute power rune timing. It's going to be down bot. Moose picks it up instead. Red 2 now in danger. Vortex is going to drag Red back, and he will end up going down as DNM. Still trying to get something done for his team, but can't quite. Instead, Bloody Nine now and Giant end up in a bit of a brawl in this river.
Yeah, Giant didn't have ice shards off cooldown, so he couldn't catch Clock on the high ground. If he could, they probably would have killed him there. Moose still invis, though. They didn't spot... they did spot him. There was a sentry.
Yeah, he'll just back off anyway. 6-4. Much better start for DogChamp. 1k advantage. All their cores right now at the top of the net worth pool. Definitely in stark contrast of last game where they were just suffering straight off the bat.
Yeah, it's pretty much the exact opposite. But a little bit less of a gold lead. I believe they were losing like, what, 4 or 5k already at 10-minute mark?
Yeah. It was a very rough affair, that game 1. But they've got it together for game 2, which is very, very good to see here from DogChamp. They will lose that bottom tier 1 tower in the end. Speed does take care of it, because he is going for that standard Helm of the Overlord timing. Mid lane, though, Sunlight has popped the Exo. Flea will just keep watch as to what's going on behind the tier 1 tower. They'll try to get some early map control going here on the side of DogChamp. The 5RAT, they are going to slowly rotate over.
Red 2.
He's a big pick-off. Flea. Boundless is going to land. Hookshot is there. Bloody Nine looking to follow up with RCY, and Red 2's gone. Immediately bursted down. Speed's going to rotate as well. He's going to try and get something done. Salvage the situation. RCY going to stick around.
Oh,
the
heals.
Exo's going to heal him up as well on Sunlight, so he's perfectly fine. Nobody's died yet, at least for the side of DogChamp. And now the song out. That's going to allow Bloody Nine to escape. And this is a very awkward position for DNM, who cannot get the Requiem off. DogChamp.
Yeah, just a really nice setup from DogChamp. All that vision just playing in their hand. You had Monkey on the tree. You had Rocket Flare as well. Pango had no business just coming. He wasn't even that close. He was behind the tier 1, very deep. But the hookshot and the storm just following up, he disappeared before he could do anything. And this Pango is the main playmaker for Dire.
Yeah, it's been a bit of a rough affair here for Red 2. Dying twice already. Bit of a slower defusal timing than he would like, I'm sure. Flea, currently being watched here by Moose. Will get caught out by a bushwhack. Speed going to show up as well. With your favorite neutral creep, the Warpine Raider. Snowball going to be there as well. They'll catch the Monkey King, but Flea is still running the Wolves. Actually block off Giant for a moment. Won't matter though. Red 2 comes in.
Yeah. There's a smoke though in the different direction. Storm and Clock. But it seems like they will miss DNM just because of the creep wave that's pushing in mid. Let's see if he goes back. Yeah, he is.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Oh.
No.
Thinks better of it.
Yeah, and he scans as well. Nice one.
Good game sense there from DNM. Problem is he is going to lose these stacks to RCY. Little bit unfortunate, but RCY I'm sure will make good use of it. 5RAT 3k behind, just on the back foot. Need to try and buy themselves a little bit of time to get their own farm going because they're certainly not in a position where they can fight right now. But they might try. They have found Sunlight on that Death Prophet. Sunlight, he'll pop the Greaves, trying to survive through this, but cannot.
Yeah, even with the Greaves, it just wasn't enough. Like the Greaves, plus, the Sharpshooter plus the Rolling Thunder, more than enough damage.
At the very least, while this is happening, Russell is freely farming. You talked about that Naga being the big carry this game, and currently she's practically uncontested. Obviously, she did die once earlier on, but say the last 5 minutes or so, she has been left alone in her own jungle.
Yep, Russell's got that Manta completed.
Beautiful.
Once he gets the Orchid, he's already ready to fight. Like, even with the Manta, you can join a couple of engagements, but Orchid just changes the way you work. Like, you can suddenly get pick-offs. Mid lane.
I see why. Well, they're going to find Red again, but a very nice pushback out from Moose.
Silence,
so the
though.
silence was there. Red, he's still going to be okay to back off and maybe reset. Bloody Nine, the one in trouble, and now Sunlight, he shows up as well. He's popped the Exo, trying to survive with the Spirit Siphon speed, though, chasing him down, not allowing him to get away, but no, the Siphons.
The Siphon on the Centaur, right? Like, it healed him completely, plus killed the Centaur.
You almost wish that Speed would have backed off for a moment to break the Siphons, but
if he
never
microed,
did.
if he microed the Centaur at least a bit, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, it's kind of hard in that millisecond right there to do all of the things. They do manage to save the Pango. I think that's the massive thing, right? Like, Exorcism has been committed, used, wasted, and Pango did not die this time around.
Smoke is up though. DogChamp. They want to head down towards the bot lane. They know DNM and Giant are both there. RCY, full mana pool. DNM still hanging around. Will get spotted. Smoke is broken. Rocket Flare, bloody Nine. No, they're not going to bother.
Man, DNM is on fire this game when it comes to dodging these ganks.
Yeah, just the game sense is just really on point.
And it's so close. Like, they're even scouting. They're pinging the trees on the right.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
But maybe it's too late. They need to do something about the top lane as well.
Yeah, they'll react eventually, I think. Sunlight will show up. But Moose and Red, they might try to make the jump in, force more rotations.
The two of them, I don't think they got the kill.
Dire's
They need
bottom
more.
tower is
Well, they seem to agree with you here, Lizard. They'll sit back and relax. Meanwhile, bot lane, Fleece still being an absolute nuisance, just scouting out everything for his team. The tier 1 bottom tower does end up falling. Not even denied off here by the side of 5RAT. All according to plans for DogChamp, still allowing this Naga to keep farming.
under attack.
Orchid is slowly being built up. Giant's going to get scouted. Zip is there from RCY. And Flea, he will reveal the fact that he was just watching them the whole time.
Yeah, probably one of the best things of this position 4 or 5 Monkey King. Constant vision, just constantly behind enemy lines. You get that boundless strike duration talent on the stun. Just constant stuns from behind. Feels bad.
Yeah, he's right on top of Moose at the moment. It's a nice deep ward down here. But right by that tier 2 tower. And well, Moose, he will see the clock, but will not be able to reach him in time.
Yeah, both of them had to escape.
It's going to be so frustrating, like, trying to deal with this MK.
Yeah, because you can't even smoke properly, right? Like, you want to smoke, but then again, it's just gonna get broken by the monkey.
It's like the mental game as well. Like, is he watching us right now? Well, now they are spoke to the side of DogChamp at the very least. They'll head towards the eastern side, or rather the western side of the map, because they saw DNM on that SF. The DNM again, he's been really on point with game sense this game. He's knowing every single time when they're coming, so he does back off at the right moment.
His farming pattern suffers a little bit. Like, it's a bit slower, but then again, if it wasn't, he'd be feeding, so...
Mid, Sunlight, could be in danger. Bushwhack is going to land. They've got the Sharpshooter to follow up, and he has absolutely zero chance to get the Guardian Greaves off.
that should be a tier 1 on the mid lane. Like they have 50% of the wolf form ready and active. There's a double damage on Storm though.
Could be big for RCY. So they have found themselves a target, but it's only going to be Giant on the task. Orchid does get revealed as well.
Storm is in.
Storm is in. Who's he jumped? It's going to be DNM. The SF trying to back off, but the Boundless going to land from the high ground. They do find the carry SF once again. And now a song being committed. Red 2. Gonna drain all the mana of Russell with that Diffusal Blade, and that'll be enough.
No ensnare. No
Moose?
way of killing him.
RCY. Oh, nice little juke on the sharpshooter, but the
Still dead
creeps.
though. Right?
Oh, one more hit will do it. RCY trying to juke them out. Oh, he's so close. Oh, he could not get to the high ground. At least they get moves, I suppose.
Yeah, and the creeps.
But they will lose the mid-tier 1 tower. So they eventually get it in the end.
Yeah. Overall, what do you think? I think it's slightly DogChamp favor. They killed the SF a lot earlier. And if you're DogChamp, basically all you want to do is be killing the SF, right? Like he's the biggest issue, more or less. Pangolier obviously is big too. But if you're controlling the SF, I feel like you're controlling the game.
Yeah, it goes back to what you said. Like, this Naga is the ultimate carry of this game. And she is well and truly ahead in terms of net worth. She's completely uncontested. So they are going to go right after the Roshan. And it really does feel like you're just not going to have the answers for Jimmy Russell this game at all. Like, who's dealing with him? RCY, he'll take the Aegis. Immediate zip in. They want the fight. They're going to find Giant on the tusk, and he's just going to have to snowball. Buy a bit of time. Knows he's dead, though. Go right into the Static Remnant. DogChamp in absolute control of this game, number 2. 5RAT, they're still trying to find a way to fight this. It's a nice bushwhack out. DNM will move in with the damage, and Sunlight's gone.
Oh, man.
They didn't even need the sharpshooter.
Yeah, that was...
Uh-oh.
That was just dirty.
Even Bloody 9 now getting caught out. It's kind of the thing with DogChamp. If they split up like this, they can get punished pretty hard.
Yeah, the bushwhack did not connect, so he should live unless Swashbuckle.
Yeah, we'll see how good... Oh, he's good.
On
Red
point.
2. Right on target.
Dire's top tower
That's one of those you're already like buying items, you know? Like you're on high ground, you're thinking, I'm fine. Suddenly you get sniped by some nerd on Pango, you know, following you back, tracing you.
It's kind of impressive that 5RAT can actually take that fight. Like,
Dire's
the RCY's got the Aegis up, but he just was not in a position where he could actually fight back. And it kind of goes back to this Diffusal Pango, right? Like, just one Swashbuckle drains so much of your mana.
Yeah, it's really good. Versus heroes such as Storm, any kind of a spirit, really, anything that really needs mana. Morphling as well. They suffer against the Diffusal Pango. What did he get? Haste this time around.
Very nice. So what stage do you start like actually just joining your team as Russell? Like, is it the Heart of Taras timing that you're looking for?
I mean, he was already joining, right? Like, it was the Orchid build. Like, Orchid and Manta, and he was already fighting. Heart obviously makes it even better, but Orchid Manta is the go time. Because you can ensnare an Orchid the target.
DNM. Does he know?
Dire's current
Seems like he may. He will run just in the nick of time, and Giant, he will tank the gank once again. I think it might be Giant actually making the calls here for DNM because he's the one drawing the line. He's the one drawing the lines out.
It usually is. It usually is like a 5. You're just looking at the map constantly. Creating that safe space for your carry.
Red being watched again by Flea. Will blink away, but the Boundless Strike is going to be there. Moose is right behind to try and help out. He will land the Bushwhack and the Sharpshooter, but RCY will join the fray, and Red 2 once again will drop. DogChamp giving this Pango no game.
is under attack.
Moose, his blink just got broken. Oh my.
Oh, that's unlucky.
Yeah, he was waiting. He had the blink there for a while. Like, he could have blinked to the right and escaped. But he waited, then he got rocket flared, so no blink for 3 seconds, plus vision on him. Unfortunate for the squirrel.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Still complete control is DogChamp. Jimmy Russell, top tier 2 tower, not going to last very long. He'll let the illusions take care of it. Flea will just hang in the tree line, just watching, just to make sure nobody can TP in to defend this.
Has fallen.
And of course, I'll take the outpost straight after that. 5RAT, I mean, they're only 6k behind, but Naga's just absolutely massive. Butterfly to be built up next on Russell.
Yeah, you're thinking right now, like, how do you even deal with Naga, right? Like, what are the right ways of destroying all these illusions once they start swarming over you?
Yes, I am.
Well, they don't have anything. They have the Pango, perhaps, with the Aghanims. He's a bit far away from it. Just needs the point booster, actually, so he should have it for the next big fight, but that's a tiny bit helpful. Besides that, they truly don't have a lot.
Stupendous.
Dire's top tower.
Flea again, just hanging around the mid lane. This guy just has been so hard to catch out. 5RAT.
He's been giving more info than the Wolves, definitely.
Oh, absolutely.
Speed.
Yeah, gonna get caught. RCY with no hesitation. Just zips in immediately.
He did complete the purchase, so he bought the Hyperstone just before dying. That's something, at least.
That's a little bit of good news. Another piece of good news here for the side of 5RAT is the fact that the Aegis does expire here on RCY. But they are getting no closer to coming back in this game, it feels. Now a 7k advantage, and again, Jimmy Russell's just out of control.
Jimmy Russell.
I mean, once the butterfly is up, you really don't have any answers towards him. It's not like DNM's gone for that magic build SF either.
Radiant's top
So it's
He can't, he's their
I
position one,
appreciate
right?
that. Yeah,
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
that's what I mean. Though you just like, what's the answer to the Naga once the butterfly is up?
Dire's middle tower is under
I guess eventually the SF, like in the super late game, I believe he even out-carries her. But at this point in the game in which Naga is like, I don't know, 2-3 slotted and the SF has a Manta and whatever, like a Pike,
Dire's
Naga is definitely a big problem.
Radiant are scanning.
Oh, Jimmy, he'll go back to the farm game. Meanwhile, 5RAT, there's going to be a 5-man smoker.
Five Rat Smoke with the Manta on SF. How many BKBs do they have? Absolutely none. Nada. Zero. So one song and their whole initiation is kinda botched.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
It doesn't seem like they're really smoking up to go for a fight, but rather to reposition and maybe get some wards down.
Yeah. Take control at least a little bit of the map so they're not just hiding behind the tier 2 on the mid lane.
Russell's very close to that butterfly now. Just needs the talisman of evasion. 5RAT, they will show themselves mid lane. Flea automatically trying to go for a boundless. Not going to quite land it. Of course, RCY, a bit more hesitant to make an aggressive jump in.
Dire's top
Doesn't have the Aegis up this time around. Keep in mind, Red 2 does have the Ags up, so that could make all the difference here in this next team fight.
Dire's top tower is
Whenever that's going to be, though, is...
Once Naga decides, right? And that's when the butterfly is up to 140 to 30 gold away.
Oh, they got a little bit early.
Okay, sure. They feel comfortable.
And they should feel comfortable. They've got a huge advantage here in this game, too. See how they try to defend here on 5RAT 4-star. Roland is there. The DP, Sunlight, going to be targeted. Song will be popped to make sure there's no backup incoming here for Red, so he'll have to back out of there.
Monkey is in a good position, though, still.
That he is.
I'm surprised they didn't try and, like, cut the tree or something like that. Go for him first.
At the very least, they do force the side of DogChamp back. Like they're not going to go for the high ground any longer. Exo does wear off. They have committed Song as well.
Yeah, if you're DogChamp, you took more than half of the tower. You know that Rosh will respawn soon. So you're kind of chilling. You have that butterfly completed now, Naga as well. You're in no rush. No big rush at the moment. You take the next stages, and off of that you should be closing the game.
Look, they found Sunlight there with the bushwhack, but they just don't have the follow-up damage. Moose is trying to set up the best he possibly can, but there's no follow-up to it.
Generation. Touché.
Roshan, I mean, it's still 45 seconds away from respawning. Fleet's just keeping tabs to make sure they get first dibs on it.
Yeah, you can expect him just jumping around the dire jungle right now. Giving as much info, waiting for Rosh, and that's it. Maybe we'll see some rocket flares, some illusions in the pit constantly. And you can see that 5RATs, they're also worried. They know that they cannot play around the triangle anymore.
Dire are scanning.
There's a 5-man smoke. Mid lane, they did see Sunlight for a moment. They won't make the jump in yet. H-Room going to be spotted out here. Red will take it, but that does pretty much reveal that they were smoked up. The Naga illusion should have seen that. And immediately the defensive positioning here from DogChamp, like they're very well aware that the smoke is happening.
Are scanning.
5RAT, they don't really seem to have the greatest plan. They were hoping maybe somebody shows up in the mid lane for this creep wave.
Yeah, and you can't just go into the pit as well. There's no way you snatch it.
Now the counter smoke, DogChamp. Roshan is up. Whoever wins this team fight gets the Roshan their way.
I feel the DogChamp is in a significant advantage at the moment, but we'll see. Like teamfights can be taken really damn well by 5RATs as well.
Rotation over, DogChamp. Trying to sneak their way through this dire forest.
Going in from behind SF.
Well, DNM was spotted there for a moment, but instead, it'll be Giant that gets taken out first, it seems. They are going to try and fight RCY. He's being targeted here on the Storm, getting rather low. Meanwhile, DNM, he does get caught by a Cogs. Rather the hook shot, he will be pushed back, still going.
RCY.
Meanwhile, though, RCY.
They got him.
All right, they've got the Storm down. Bloody Nine as well is going to find himself in danger. He'll drop to boot as RCY. Well, he was the big target.
Sunlight.
Oh, they even found Sunlight.
Yeah, they lost no one so far.
How did 5RAT get away with that?
Like, super well played fight overall. Pango, he knew exactly what he needed to do. He saved his teammates a little bit with the Rolling Thunder and then went straight for the Storm Spirit. Lycan as well, just
They still have Song?
tunnel visioned on the Storm in the beginning. Even though the Storm had BKB, it doesn't matter. You can still hit him, prevent him from catching anyone. The Cogs were really nice.
Oh, Song. Oh! Oh,
They
so
still got
close.
it.
They can get the shards, but they've lost the Aegis. That's the main one. But he was like 0.1 of a second off.
It was a good attempt, like a really, really nice one. Because you also know they don't have BKBs, so you can go and do that with the Naga. Unfortunate a little bit, obviously, for
So close.
for our boy Jimmy Russell. The
Do you
Naga
think there was there a point in the fight where he could have just songed to help his team out?
Perhaps, because there aren't any BKBs, right?
Yeah.
Like, you can reset the fight that way, definitely.
I guess to be fair though, like RCY wouldn't have.
He was in Rolling Thunder,
Yeah,
right? So it wouldn't have saved the Storm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of, Red's going to disconnect. Sunlight will do the exact same. So DogChamp, they're still in this game, still 6k behind, but they're an Aegis up now. That's going to allow DNM to buy a bit more time for himself to try and catch up to this Naga Siren. And it's the kind of thing with the Naga, like if you can just kite her around, if she can't just stand there and hit people, she's pretty much just a gold sink.
What did the Panda call her? That word. Not net word, but that word.
Death word.
Yeah.
Very clever from T-Pan.
Very, very.
Well, that's kind of what it is, though, isn't it? Like, it's if she can't actually hit anyone.
It's a piñata, right? Like you give her a lot of gold and then she just feeds it away.
Yeah.
She accumulates it for you, so it's easier to get it back.
Well, she needs a setup. Like, she needs RCY or Flea to get a nice stun out, maybe even just the clock. There was some nice attempts that last fight, but just not enough apparently. And
You can get tags on her as well, perhaps.
I mean, again, you've always got to give props to Red too, because he's been fantastic throughout this whole series so far.
You fought well and
It's just as soon as you lose the Storm, it's like, well, we don't want to be here anymore. It's just not safe.
Yeah, nice way of identifying their main controller and playmaker. So 5RAT just tunnel visioned on that Storm. Also, SF surviving that last fight was massive.
Pretty crazy.
Yeah, the way he piked himself. First, the positioning that he ended up being in, and then the fact that he still had a pike to pike himself off of it.
a little something.
Well, now you've got a full Bloodthorn available here on our Naga Siren, so Russell's, again, just absolutely huge. Flea is still trying to be hunted down here. Moo's having a look around. Does get some deep wards onto the cliff. Flea will just immediately just TP up. Again, if there's, no matter what happens, you're going to give props to Flea. He's just been such a nuisance this game. On this MK, making it so hard for the side of 5RAT. Dota Plus was still giving high odds the way of DogChamp. I believe it was, 77% the way of DogChamp, even with that Aegis being given the way of 5RAT. So Gaben still has little to no faith for the side of 5RAT this game too. Rolling Thunder. Well, they have the ward this time, so Flea will finally get punished. And I'm sure that felt very good for the side of 5RAT.
Finally taking care of the monkey.
Yeah.
Did you see that video in which the monkey just swings from the tree, grabs the leopard's or something's tail, like tiger's tail, and then swings back up and does it like 10 times in a row?
I have not seen that.
Yeah, just to mess with him.
You watch some very interesting videos, Lizard.
Well, that is interesting. It's like animal curiosity or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
I like it.
Make that a quote. 5-man smoke. Sunlight. Oh, he's going to get caught. He'll reveal himself with the Rod of Atos. RCY is going to try and move in with the snowball and the Walrus Punch. Oh, RCY's gone.
Sunlight?
Oh, boy. Tips out immediately from Moose.
Yeah, we reached that point in the game in which Lucky Shot plus SF, they hurt.
Oh, you can't make these small mistakes. Like, they add up real quick. And I say small mistakes, that's huge.
Oh, that's pretty big. Like BKB piercing Walrus Punch. Like he didn't even pop the BKB. He was.
They're onto the high ground.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Where's the Naga?
I know some people are probably watching right now being like, hold on a minute. Where the hell is Jimmy Russell?
Where's the Russell?
I mean, even I'm asked the same question. How much more farm does Jimmy Russell want?
Where are the illusions? Like right now, I feel like it's not enough even anymore.
Under attack.
Like the SF is a bigger issue.
Radiant structures are fortified.
What's Jimmy doing?
Radiant's middle
DNM, I mean, we did see it earlier. The amount of damage he just pumped out is just... It's SF. You know, he's all about damage, this guy. Mid-Rax is gone. I mean, I can't believe 5RATFORCESTAFF that quickly make a comeback, take the first Rax of the game.
And it was literally just that one small little mistake. Well, not small, like you said. Tusk. Mistook shot.
Misses.
Everything is off.
Giant. I mean, Giant won't mind this. He's the pos 5. He's all right with that.
Has a giant heart. He will die for his teammates. It's all fine. There's a Satanic, by the way, being purchased by SF very soon. So it's gonna be a bit more difficult to take him down in one go.
Flea again, trying to get back that information for his team. 20 seconds left for the Aegis at the very least, so that's going to be a little bit of an opening here for DogChamp. DNM probably won't feel quite as confident, but you made the comment. You don't seem to believe that this Naga Siren has enough anymore.
Yep.
You already think we're at that stage where DNM is just the bigger carry.
Yep. I feel like there's a some mid-game period in which you should be closing the game or at least getting a huge advantage for your other teammates as Naga. So it shouldn't be only about you any longer. And I feel like they might have missed it on DogChamp.
Smoke up.
Monkey has a BKB though. Maybe they can fight with that.
Hook shot, Bloody Nine. He's gone very deep for this. DNM will just show himself. RCY once again going to move in, trying to get the tuss down, and does do so, but they have lost Bloody Nine. A 1-for-1 trade. They do get a tier 2 mid tower while they're there as well, so DogChamp getting a bit of extra value for themselves. Not finding any huge pickoffs quite yet, but I suppose RCY feels a lot safer knowing that Tusk is down. But with that, they probably just have to back out of here.
Yeah, Lycan and Hoodwink were lurking on the sidelines around the triangle. They still are.
Oh, nice bushwhack. They're trying to set up and oh my
where did
god!
You go?
That is so
Where
much
did he
damage.
go? What happened? A little bit of lucky shot, swashbuckle, and DNM hitting real hard.
1.7k damage by Moose on the Hoodwink.
Yep.
Song out. But it's just a TP away. Jimmy Russell wants none of this. I think he agrees with you. I think he thinks the SF's getting too big.
Definitely. Satanic now. And Butterfly being queued up instantly after.
T2 tower, maybe the objective here for the side of 5RAT. DogChamp.
I mean, you don't contest this. There's no Storm. Without him, it's literally impossible.
At the very least, RCY does have buyback if he needs it. Won't need it, obviously, just 15 seconds away from the old respawn. And 5RAT, they will be more than happy to back off now. I just find it incredible that 5RAT have actually come back in this game. Like, it really did seem impossible when you look at the amount of farm this Naga was getting.
It did. There are some strategies that just require timing, I feel like. Like, you need to be closing them at certain parts, or you need to understand what your timings are.
Fun fact, though, our observer did just show us that the Dota Plus probability still in the favor of DogChamp.
I mean, they're not out of it by any means. Like, they still can win this game for sure. They just need to set up their team fights properly.
58% their way.
If Storm can survive that initial burst somehow, or if he doesn't get gone on, perhaps he can make the difference. Yeah.
Oh, zip in, Red. Quick to swashbuckle out of there, knowing it was coming. I mean, Moose has just been so good on this Hoodwink. Like, there's a reason why they keep just giving this man this hero. Sets up perfectly every time with the blink initiation and...
Yeah, both him and Giant are actually doing massive work in the game.
Yeah.
Like, Giant was saving SF in the first portion, fed quite a few times just to save him. And now, is he initiating now? What's he doing? Let's see. Nothing. He's doing nothing, just running around.
Yeah.
But when he isn't doing nothing, he's setting up with Walrus Punch as well, making sure that Storm falls.
5-man smoke. DogChamp. Rocket Flare going to give a lot of vision here over the side of 5RAT. They are still waiting. Sentry ward down. DNM going to move right in onto Flea. Flea's still fine. Jump in from Giant. Meanwhile, RCY, he'll get onto the SF. DNM in a massive trouble. He's going to drop. That's how you want to initiate here if you are DogChamp. 2 down. And now RCY, he can get right to work, knowing they won't have the damage to take him out, even if they catch him. Though I say that, maybe I'll be proven wrong. Holy crap, that's a lot of damage from Moose. Not quite enough in the end, but my god, it was close.
What can they get from this? Because the lanes are all pushed in. Roche will respawn in 50 seconds. So you just want a pretty big, significant team fight, but not really anything big that you can take off of it. Just control of the map, obviously, which is pretty good. But you saw that fight, right? Like, just what we were talking about. It's still simple. It's still possible for DogChamp to take these fights. SF is a glass cannon. If you can initiate on top of him, you should be able to take him down. But the main reason why they managed to take him down is Tusk was silenced and controlled. There was no save. No snowballs, no 4-staffs from the Tusk, nothing.
Oh, DogChamp. Back into this game too. I mean, they were never really out of it, to be fair. Like, that one mid-Rax doesn't really do anywhere near enough.
Yep. Maybe Giant should start thinking about staying a bit more defensive in these next fights.
Has fallen.
Like, instead of being the one that is searching for the initiation.
Oh, Roshan gonna get started. It does get scanned out here by 5RAT. But without their Pango, it doesn't really feel like you can even think about fighting this.
They don't even have they have a smoke, but they're waiting on the high ground for it.
They're gonna pop it, it's
This
just
is
too late.
Yeah, it's not even close. They get the cheese. A refresher orb actually on Monkey King.
Oh, side device as well now coming out on RCY. Big itemization. They've got all 5 members up from 5RAT now, but you are fighting into some Aegis, some refresher shots, some big items. So you're kind of hoping for DogChamp to make a mistake if you are 5RAT at this point.
Yeah, but they smoke up. DogChamp. Their initiation now is pretty sick as well. Like you mentioned, the Hex on RCY. If you manage to jump the Tusk or the SF with that. Even the Pango, obviously.
Wrap around. They're not going to find anyone from 5RAT. They're all on the base at the moment. Ethereal Blade now up on Moose. Like this... Yeah, he could basically just blow up anyone himself, really.
I think he can kill the Storm on his own. Like if he catches him.
You see kind of DNM, he was having trouble just dealing with the illusions of the Nagasaran at this point. So much evasion from that butterfly.
Butterfly, Trickster's Cloak.
Oh, even better.
Yeah.
I believe he is building into an MKB on the SF though.
So he strayed away from the Butterfly build. That's what he had queued up before. But he wants to be able to hit the Naga instead.
Yeah. So DogChamp, they are sitting back. Like, they're not trying to move high ground with this. They're just controlling the map. I suppose you are almost level 25 for RCY, so you may as well try and secure that.
Are you getting any big items?
Ags to come out on the storm. But that's still a long time away.
Yeah, I feel like they need to fight earlier. They're all TPing towards top.
Red might show himself.
I feel like they will find Red.
Oh, Fleet, he's the one to get jumped, but there's everyone there behind him to help him out. Red, he's giving his life away for this Monkey King.
That's not the best trade for them, as he has no buyback for 90 seconds.
That's pretty rough.
Yeah, the question is, will they try and push without the monkey? They might.
I mean, it does feel like they should almost.
Yeah, because they still have Exorcism, right? And you traded 4 for 2, so should be taking at least the top lane.
Dire's top barracks are under attack.
The top racks. Go down very quickly. Such a hard defense when you haven't got your Pango available. Keep in mind, though, again, the Moose might just blow RCY up, or pretty much anyone else at this point. With that Ethereal Blade and the shards up, you do have to be a little bit cautious. Problem is they need someone to start the fight, and you haven't really got anyone.
Yeah, he's got E-Blade, he's got Timeless Relic, and the Shard.
Oh,
Like, he hurts.
that's a lot of damage.
That's a lot of disconnects as well.
That is a lot of disconnects. I mean, I felt the lag just then for a moment. DogChamp, they've just sent their whole team offline. Hopefully everything's okay. So they want to make sure they don't get any lag going on.
Red 2 with the go. No one to say no, I guess.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Hopefully there's no...
Remember when there was a patch a long time ago? I don't know if you recall. If all 5 players DC, they're just done after 50, 30 seconds, something like that.
Amazing.
Good times.
It looks like they are going to come back. Good news for DogChamp.
Yeah, they just lagged a little bit.
Oh, they give the go-ahead. Looks like they're ready to get this game underway. 40 seconds still till the Pango does respawn.
Yeah, they still have that exorcism rolling, so it will disappear within a second.
But they've got a Refresher Shard. They could just pop EXO again if they really want to, but DogChamp, it almost seems like they're thinking about moving back. No. They will go again.
Is under attack.
Monkey, he did respawn, but he's not even connecting. He went down bottom to outpush.
Middle barracks are under attack.
Cliff is forced. 7 seconds left for Red 2 to be back up.
They're pinging that Monkey is bottom. But they can't really do anything without the Pango. He's like their majority of control in teamfights.
Well, that'll be it. 2 racks is up now, is DogChamp. 19k advantage. Age is going to expire in 30 seconds, but that's not too big of a deal. They can always wait for the next one. 5RAT not out of this game yet, but a very tough scenario now for them. Like, it's not even just the super creeps coming in, but these Naga illusions have been so hard to deal with. Like, DNM is practically the only person that can really deal with them at the moment. And even then, he's finding himself in... It's quite bothersome. Even with the MKB up, they're quite tanky.
Yeah, it takes way too much time. Like, he's under vision, and when you're doing that, like, you're opening yourself up for the storm, for the clockwork to initiate on you, so it never feels great being the illusion clearer on the SF.
$42.5k net worth on this Nakasara.
Just a tiny little bit, yeah. Not a lot.
That's without an Ags or a Shard, by the way. I mean, if you wanted to, I'm just saying for the sake of the net worth, if you wanted to really just bolster it up for no reason.
Just give her the next Aghanim shard, yeah.
True.
She's got 10k gold.
Just sitting in the bank account.
Yeah.
And this is the thing with Naga players, right? Like, they'll be 6 slotted, and they'll be like 40 plus k net worth, but they'll still farm the whole map. Like, nobody else is getting any creeps on the team.
Gotta continue farming. Buying that Aghanim's. Aghanim's blessing.
.49 minutes in now. DogChamp just trying to avoid the side of 5RAT for now. Just secure that area around the Roshan pit. Wait for next Rosh before you get going, though it is going to be a bit of time before we do see the next Roshan. But I do believe they just want to play this one very, very safely.
Yeah.
We saw DogChamp earlier, like, you make one little mistake and suddenly they're back into it.
Yeah, we saw in game 1 both sides trying to push high ground and then failing and almost throwing the full game. So it's something similar in this one. Moon Shard purchased by the Naga.
The ball lane of Barracks now could be under siege. EXO is back up, they'll move it. Mid-racks is where they'll go first. There's still a Millie Barracks to aim down. There is a 4-man smoke up here from 5RAT. One of them already broken here on red.
With the smoke on Tusk, maybe they can get the pick off.
They'll play with the
He
D-wards. Immediate chase out. Shards is there as well. Flea is safe, as in fact RCY is going to zip in, and Giant gets caught out. Now they've got red. That's a bigger target. He'll swashbuckle away though. They'll force the buyback out from Giant. The chase is on from 5RAT to try and punish somebody.
Moose
At least they will
catches
find
him.
Flea. Flea is down. Bloody 9. He'll get the cogs off and push speed away,
He can jet back very soon. Yeah.
and he will. But the chase is still going.
He does.
Meanwhile, the Rax is just going down. It's been left alone. They're just tunnel visioning onto this clockwork. Bloody Nine buying so much space for his team.
Yeah, well, it wasn't really being left alone. SF was trying to defend them, right? But he isn't able at the moment to kill off all of those illusions very fast.
Roshan is up though. 5RAT, they might have a chance at this.
Dire are scanning.
Especially while Flea's down, like so much information will be lacking now for DogChamp.
Yeah, gotta get all of the lanes pushed in though. Because you only have one lane left remaining if Naga... Oh, he's kind of too far, I guess, to really pressure it.
DNM, Red 2, they're going to get Roshan started. They're going to forget about the base for now. Try to rush through this road. It's a pretty quick process. There we go. So suddenly 5RAT. I mean, there's still 2 Raxes down, but they've got the Aegis up. They've got an Nag's Blessing. They've got some
One
cheese.
Rax down, right? Because they took 1 Rax as well.
I suppose, if that's how you want to look at it, is it?
Yes.
That's fine.
Yes. Let's be pedantic.
All right.
But yeah, they are 2 sides down, so...
Is this another game where we get to see tier 5 items? Give me your prediction.
I mean, it's very possible. We have Aegis at least for 5 more minutes, so... If 5 RATFORCESTAFFs, if they decide to just chill on the Aegis, you might see tier 5.
Four-man smoke here from DogChamp. With Giant, you kind of talked about it. You want to see him play a little bit more defensively in these fights. He has still been rather aggressive, trying to initiate every single time. See what he does this time around, though, because DogChamp are the ones that are looking to initiate themselves. Oh, DNM, he'd be a massive target if they could find him. Take down that first life. Instead, they'll find Red 2, but he gets to roll up first. Rolling Thunder is there. He will be able to initiate it now. They caught RCY, but he got the BKB in time. He's going to be all right. Moose is the one to drop. He'll buy back immediately. Onto DNM, though. They've got the SF control up. DNM trying to fight back, but the hook shot, it's going to stun him up. He will go down for the first life. He's popped the Satanic as well. He won't have it available. Speed in the meantime also going to go down. Requiem, it will be thrown out, but is it enough? There is going to be a Vortex out from RCY, but they've hexed up the SF. This could be it. And all the control just locking them down. 4 down for the side of 5RAT. So they are still buying back and trying. RCY, he will go down to the storm, but he has his own buyback. He'll come in immediately. Red 2's controlled up here and will go down, but he does have buyback available. 7,000 damage from Flea, apparently.
That's a lot of damage. The Monkey King had a really nice Wukong command there, just completely demolishing DNM. Here comes the storm from the base.
Hex is out, Silence was there, but nice Vortex, gonna catch 2 of them. They just bought back. This game is over. We are going to a game 3 between DogChamp and 5RATFORCESTAFF. What can you do? You give Jimmy Russell that Nagasara and apparently things happen.
Yeah, just give them 2 offlaners. I'm telling you, that's the future of DogChamp. If you do have an offlaner for the carry, well, he wasn't really an offlaner, mid player, whatever. Get more playmakers and the games look nicer. Even though this wasn't the case, they had a normal Naga carry. Played by the offlaner though.
Oh, what a game it was.